This is just a very brief video to show you the anatomy of a United States Code section in the print format. You guys will be using this primarily online, but it's good to know what it looks like in print because all of these pieces translate over somewhere in an electronic version, but depending on which database you're in, those pieces are going to be in different locations. So real briefly, this is basically what you're going to see when you look at a print version of a code section. This particular code is Title 18 of the United States Code, Section 5031, dealing with juvenile delinquency and youthful offenders. And the first thing you'll notice is there's a section number. When the code is broken down, it's broken down by section number. Then you have the title for the section. Then this part here is the actual law as it exists in this printing of the United States Code. The next thing that's very important to know about is the history parenthetical, and that parenthetical is going to give you information about when the law originated and then the subsequent amendments to that particular law. Now this particular section, this historical and statutory notes, is often overlooked but is very, very useful. This tells you specifically, you notice up here there was the historical parenthetical which told you when something changed. The historical and statutory notes actually tell you sort of in more detail what exactly changed with each of the acts and amendments. Okay? The next thing you have is if you're looking at an annotated version of the statutes or of the code, either the United States Code Annotated or the United States Code Service, when you're looking at those, you're going to see a group of references called library references, and those are going to get you to American law reports, digest references, encyclopedias, law reviews, treatises that talk about this particular section of the United States Code. This is what we often refer to as the annotations, generally, is what we refer to these as, but the library references. And then finally, you have the case annotations. So once again, if you're dealing with an area of law that is based on a particular statute, if you go to the statute is going to give you, if you look at an annotated version, is going to give you a lot of leads. It's going to give you case law that has annotated the statute, as well as those library references to law reviews, texts, treatises, all of your secondary materials that you find useful. So again, wanted you to get a look at the breakdown of the print version so that you kind of know what is available and what to look for when you're using the online version.